Philadelphia. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Space to run past the 20. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Dancing, and now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down following the run. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on third down, Newton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Wentz. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go. Lion.
Here's Coleman. And some room to maneuver. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? They'll run it with Coleman, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Newton now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down at the 49.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Newton throwing again. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Funchess with a catch over the middle. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
From the red zone now, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. First down, it's Newton. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Newton on first down. Caught left side by Funchess. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. From the gun, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Wentz now on first down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Coleman. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the D-line's going to spread out. They begin the drive with Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. Wentz going to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Mertz has it left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Coleman. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Wentz, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third down, Newton, and he fires one, but incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mario Addison. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Wentz will try again on second down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of Brotherly. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down, McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
It's caught by Funchess. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action. Now Wentz. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And tough starting field position here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They had enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24. Yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first and 10, Newton. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better.
Touchdown, Carolina! Devin Funchess, 32 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Coleman now. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Eagles on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And to give this time to the tailback. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Tevin Coleman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes